it's not possible for you to visit the museum.
Why?
Because no elevator, nothing.
Oh, it's not accessible for people.
Not actually.
The next place I'm exploring is known as a City of Love, and it's probably one of the busiest places to visit in all of Europe. Have you guessed it? Let me give you a hint. They love their pastries. During my time here in Paris, I'm going to be exploring all the restaurants and beautiful food and things like footpaths and also public bathrooms. I'm going to visit all the major attractions like Disneyland in Paris. I can't believe I'm at Disneyland Paris and how accessible and inclusive it is. The Eiffel Tower and all the museums. There is absolutely no way you can start your day here in Paris without a croissant.
Can I just get 2 croissants?
I have my croissants! Bonjour! Now I have my croissants. I am off to the Eiffel Tower! That shit's scary. I've just arrived at my hotel, and according to booking.com, this place is wheelchair accessible. So they didn't really have many pictures online, or actually any pictures online, about what the accessible bathrooms look like. So it's a bit of a stab in the dark. So I'm just really crossing my fingers and hoping that it is accessible and it is going to work for me. But hey, we're about to find out. Lol, I just realized that is not my hotel. But here we go. Royal Garden Champs Elysees, E-L-Y-S-E, Elysees. Can the French people help me pronounce that?
Champs-Élysées.
So I have arrived. I'm now in my hotel room. And the room is beautiful. It's a large apartment. You can have a look behind me and see how big it is. It's enormous. There's even a fireplace. But unfortunately, it's not an accessible room. Come take a look at the bathroom. I can't even barely fit my chair in here. Really beautiful. However, it is definitely not accessible. There's quite a large step to get into the bathroom. But the lovely lady at reception said this will just be for tonight. So it looks like I'll be sitting on the floor to shower. And then tomorrow night, I'll move to a bigger apartment. Ooh, and an accessible one too. Let's hope it is accessible. Apart from the fact that the bathroom is not accessible, the accommodation is absolutely beautiful. And I absolutely love the 90s wave mirror decor. It's very fabulous. And the view out the window is just, wow, it's incredible. Hotel room also has this amazing daybed area where you can sit out here and read a book and enjoy the sun, which is just up these 2 steps. If you have a disability and you've stayed in Paris before, you know how hard it is to find and book accommodation that is accessible. I booked this hotel on booking.com and the hotel promotes itself as an accessible hotel. However, you will notice that there's a step to get into the hotel and the main entry has a turnstile, which is not ideal for wheelchair users. I asked the reception how wheelchair users get in and out of the hotel, and they said when you're outside, just wave and somebody will open the door and let you in. I also asked if they could put in a ramp so I can get up the step to enter the hotel, and the lady at the reception said that won't be possible. It is so weird being an Australian driving in Europe because you drive on the wrong side of the road. I can't believe most of Europe, they don't even know what side of the road to drive on. It's so weird. The steering wheel is also on the wrong side of the car. It's so bizarre. Like every time I get in the car, I end up climbing into the passenger seat and realizing I'm on the wrong side of the car. Even the seatbelt is on the wrong side of the car. It's bizarre. After a while, you do get used to it, but it's really tricky because every time you turn a corner, you got to be careful when you turn that you're not turning into oncoming traffic. And the good thing about the zebra crossings here, you don't need to stop for people. They just jump out of the way. It's crazy. No, I'm just joking. Like, don't drive into people. Zebra crossings here are just normal crossings. You have to press the button, usually wait for the light to change, and then you can cross. I learned that the hard way when I arrived here in Paris, and I went across the zebra crossing thinking the cars would stop for me, and I learned pretty quickly, they will not stop for you. The cars will keep going. A lot of you are probably also wondering, how is it that a wheelchair person can actually drive a car? Well, my right leg moves enough to be able to move from the accelerator to the brake. And sometimes when I move between the brake and accelerator, I actually grab my knee and then move it across, which gives me a hand. So I'm only licensed to drive a automatic vehicle, but I do prefer to use hand controls. But unfortunately, finding a car with hand controls in Europe is really tricky. So I just make do with, using my hand and moving it between the two. I'll show you. I'm super excited. I'm on my way to Disneyland in Paris. If you saw my last video, you would have known about the disaster that it was at Tokyo Disney.
I'm in a wheelchair. We will refuse service to wheelchair users, so can I not go on the ride?
Yes.
I spent 4 hours at the park and didn't even get to go on one ride. Come with me, let's explore the park and hopefully have a magical day.
We have arrived. We're at Disneyland. And there is so much wheelchair car parking around. Have a look, it's crazy.
We've arrived in the park. We've just gone through the security area. And then you've got all the parks here. So you've got Disneyland Park there, Walt Studios over there.
Bonjour, hello.
Bonjour, how are you?
How can I help you?
I've come to buy some tickets.
Yes, of course.
Fine.
Do you have card from Australia? Documents or anything? Yes. Thank you. I'm going to check on my computer. Okay, so we're gonna make a picture, please. And go! Perfect. And here you go.
I love that. Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a magical day.
Yeah, have a magical day too. Bye.
Wow, I'm excited to say that I now have my tickets. So we're going into Disneyland and Walt Disney Park, and I have as well a priority card. Let's go and do the park. Wow, all up, the entire process to get inside the park took no more than 10 minutes. I'm about to go on my first ride and I'm blown away that it's so easy to get here and get on the ride. One of the staff members just saw the Disney Tokyo video that's gone viral and said, I'm so sorry you had that experience. And she just come up to me and said, look, I hope you have an amazing day. So to get on this ride, there's actually a wheelchair icon that's right here. And that's to let people know that this is the spot for wheelchair users to transfer out of your chair and get onto this ride.
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Wow, that's amazing. I just finished our first ride. So we've been in the park for less than 20 minutes and we're about to go on our second ride, Spider-Man.
Oh, look at me. That was amazing!
I've just arrived at the diner and they've actually got a table here set up for wheelchair users. So there's no seats built in right here. And the neat thing is there's actually clearance for your legs to fit under. I've just rolled straight under here. And what else is really cool with the menu is, unlike a lot of other parks, they've actually got vegan food options here. Have a look. That's crazy. This is incredible. This is the best park food I've ever eaten. Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. Out to go on ride number 3. It's actually the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And to be honest with you, I'm a little bit terrified of these ones. I think it's one of those rides that drop really fast, so. Oh my God. I'm actually terrified already. I'm scared. Oh, I feel sick in my stomach. And this ride hasn't even started yet. Wow, that was terrifying. Terrifying. Accessible bathrooms here are amazing. They're huge, they're clean, they're tidy, they're fully compliant for wheelchair users, and they've even got paper towel. I love a bathroom that has paper towel. We're about to go on what probably is the best ride in the entire park. It's the Ratatouille ride. And behind me is Gusto's famous restaurant, the 5-star, 5-hat restaurant. And remember, anyone can cook. Bon appetit.
Just wait for the moment.
Okay. Wow. Look at this. This is amazing. Oh, wow.
Chef Robbie is waiting for you.
Oh, bon appetit. Bonjour.
You cannot have two blue cards in the same tram
Okay.
because you need the fireman for evacuation from the tram.
Okay, so you can only have one blue card holder per ride per time.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like a ride in its own?
No, it's really
No, this
cheap.
one here.
Oh, no.
This is a ride?
No, nobody, but maybe.
You raise me up
Yeah,
so
it's
high I
like
can
this.
stand
Yeah.
on mountains.
Mais la musique, you make me up. Okay.
We are good. Perfect. Merci beaucoup.
All right, everybody. We're making a short scheduled stop here in Athens. That was incredible.
One of the things I love most about this park is the amount of people with disabilities here. It's great to see so many people getting out and enjoying the park and seeing all these empty chairs. And empty chairs are good because it means that they're out of the chair, in the ride, having a good time. I found the only ride so far that I cannot go on, and guess what ride it is? It's the Australian ride. It's the Finding Nemo. It's the famous movie that was filmed about the Australian Great Bight.
The barrier reef.
Oh. So I've been at the park now for about 2.5 hours, and I've been on pretty much every ride that I want to go on except for one that I can't go on. And it's been absolutely amazing. And when you think it's all done, well, we've only done Walt Disney Studios. We haven't even done Disneyland yet. We're off to Disneyland! Woo! I am your father. We're on the Buzz Lightyear ride and it's actually broken down. We've been sitting here for about 10 minutes, but I tell you what, if we're going to break down on any ride, I'd rather it be like a ghost train ride than that of a ride of a roller coaster stuck 100 meters in the sky. It's working! It's working! We're going again! Woo! To infinity and beyond! It wouldn't be a trip to a park without getting popcorn. I am your father. There's no one here.
How many people?
Two. Yeah, thank you. Hello, we're here. Look, I am your father. Unreal, baby seal. Unreal. It turns out the one I just went on is not Star Wars, it's called Star Tour. And I'm about to now go on Star Wars. And supposedly it's the best ride. I just asked a lady there that worked there, I said, is this the best ride? And she goes, of course. And this thing looks intense. And from the outside you can hear people screaming. That was terrifying. I've actually got tears coming down my eyes. I think this is probably the most thrilling ride in the entire park. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit nervous. I've just eaten lots of popcorn. That was exhilarating, not for the faint-hearted. Merci beaucoup, au revoir.
I'm sorry, you speak English?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but for the blue card, Peter Pan is not possible because for the security.
No worries, thank you.
I'm sorry, bye-bye.
No Peter Pan for Shane. So I've just had a strike of luck here at the park. I had a bird just do a crap on my shoulder. Wow, it's a big too. Is it a big Just to think about how lucky I'm going to be now. We have just arrived at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and I've just seen Jack Sparrow. Fortune and Glory, kid.
Fortune and Glory.
Do you know the movie? Indiana Jones. We've just entered Frontierland and I'm about to go on the ride called Big Thunder Mountain. And it's the second last ride that I'm going on for the day. It's been huge, epic. Honestly, I cannot believe how many rides I've gone on. It's 6 hours? 6 hours of literally non-stop rides. If people ask you, is Disneyland a magical place? The answer is yes, only in Paris. I'm a little bit excited for this one. Welcome to Phantom Manor. This is the last ride of the day. So this ride's really cool, but what happens is the ride never actually stops. It just keeps going, but they're gonna stop the ride for me because it'd be tricky going from the wheelchair to the conveyor belt and onto the ride. Merci beaucoup. I've been told I'm the spirit that stopped the ride. The sun is setting here at Disneyland and it's been honestly a magical day. I've been here for about 9 hours. For Disneyland Paris to have a card and this identifies my ability levels. It's such a shame that other parks around the world like Disney Tokyo do not have such a system like this. Thank you for Disney in Paris for making the park so accessible and so inclusive for people with disabilities. How would I rate this park out of 5 stars? A very, very solid and strong 5 stars. If you're a person with disability and thinking about coming to the park, do it. Absolutely do it. It's definitely a very fun activity. The Arc de Triomphe, is that how you say it? Triomphe. The Arc de Triomphe.
De Triomphe.
The Arc de Triomphe. We're both on bikes on the streets in Paris, heading to the Arc de Triomphe. You! The neat thing is I've got Google Maps set up here on my front of my bike and I can see on my screen where I'm going and bam, there we go. The Arc de Triomphe, is that how you say it? The Arc de Triomphe.
De Triomphe.
The Arc de Triomphe. If I've got it wrong, I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me in the comments, but the Arc de Triomphe is actually one of the largest roundabouts in the world. There's like hundreds and thousands of cars going through here every day. I was actually thinking about going around it in my bike, but thought I'd best not. It was actually built by people a long time ago. Just left my hotel and I'm about to do a day of exploring around Paris. As you can see behind me, it's pretty wet. Think about Paris weather. It can be sunny 1 minute, wet the next, rain the next, hail, snow. You never know what you're going to expect on the day. So make sure you always pack a jumper. And let's go get some culture. Voila. As much as I despise rental bikes because they litter footpaths all over Australia, I'm pretty glad that they're available here in Paris because Rhett here is just about to rent one. And I can go pretty fast in my wheelchair and he can go pretty fast on the bike. And it means that we can get from museum to museum nice and quick. I'm holding on the back of an e-bike going down the streets of Paris. My poor wheelchair is rattling on these cobblestones. Lucky I paid my travel insurance. I have arrived at the museum and it took about 15 minutes to get there, about 5 kilometers, which is pretty cool. And the neat thing about bikes is that you can quickly and easily get around Paris. So I've arrived at Museum d'Orsay and getting inside through security was definitely a little bit stressful. The man wanted me to open my bag that was under my wheelchair, which was open, and just kept repeating it. I found the bathroom. I almost peed myself, but I made it just in time. This is the wheelchair accessible bathroom at the museum, and it is so tiny. Literally, I can barely fit my wheelchair in here.
And now I get to explore this beautiful museum, which so far is pretty accessible. Can I have 2 English audio guides?
And they're gonna have this stuff on.
Just 1 sec, I'm on the phone. The true story about the clocks is they were built around 1900, as the museum used to originally be a train station, and they are both named after French towns. This place is nothing short of unreal. The artwork in the ground level is enormous. Like, I'm talking 5 meters high. It's crazy. And it's such beautiful fine art and sculptures, and there's furniture. All the famous artists are also here as well. But the interesting thing about the statues is they're all naked. Well, I've had a fantastic time at the museum. It's very busy and there's so many people around, but it's been great to see all the sculptures and artwork. But be warned, there is a huge amount of nudity in a lot of the artwork here. But they do give you these great little headsets which has Spotify on it. So you can listen to all your favorite music like Madonna, Kylie.
The picture had several owners. From 1955.
The Museum d'Orsay is a really fabulous experience. We have just entered the museum, Mus&eacute, and we have met with the main entry, which has this loose gravel everywhere, which is difficult to wheel over. And at the end, where the reception is to go buy your tickets, there's a step to get in. So I think I'm going to just give up on this one because it's definitely not accessible. Should we have a go? Bonjour.
It's not possible for you to visit the museum.
Why?
Because no elevator, nothing.
Oh, it's not accessible for people.
Not actually.
But can I show you something? Your museum.
Nissim de Camondo, ouais.
Yeah, but see here, there's a wheelchair icon. It means that someone from your company has said to Google that this is accessible.
No, not actually.
No, but what I'm telling you.
You can access only this floor.
Can you translate this for me?
I want to tell you something. There's no elevator.
They've got a wheelchair icon on Google. So they're promoting, it tells the public that it is accessible. So I come here because
it's accessible because it says there.
Yeah, correct.
What's the name of your
Google.
Google.
Ah ouais. Google,
it's not official. C'est pas officiel.
Ouais,
yeah.
Official,
it is because your listing has been created by the museum. But I came all the way here to see the Mona Lisa.
I know, but she's just
Are you kidding?
Is the Mona Lisa here?
It's going to close in a month.
Okay.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
And in 2 years, it will be.
You can.
Okay, great. But can you let her know to let them know to change this?
Yeah.
At least the lobby or the courtyard is beautiful. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Au revoir. So I've gone to a museum that on Google says it's accessible, and a lady came out, told me it's not accessible. So yeah, so Paris, you're off to a great start. Makes you think. Come on board the very small lift. The lift here and the lift in most places in Paris are very small, and this lift is not great if you have epilepsy because there's a light streaming, and yeah, getting out of these lifts is just as fun as getting into them. I finally moved into the accessible room, which is wide and open, and the bathroom has a big open space, and there's even a little kitchen. If you are looking at staying at a hotel that says they're accessible on booking.com, It's also important to contact the hotel just to make sure they can allocate a wheelchair accessible room and to find out if their hotel really is accessible. So it turns out there's literally no public bathrooms anywhere around Paris for people to use, let alone people with disabilities. And a lot of the shops have toilets, but almost none of them are accessible. This place just behind me, they're open inside, sitting up, and I asked if I could use their bathroom and they said no, and I literally said to them, about to pee my pants, if you don't let me in, I'm gonna have to pee on your doorstep. They let me in, thank God, and I got to use their bathroom. But if you're a person with disability getting around Paris and looking for a place to go to the bathroom, just be warned, there's literally no public bathrooms around anywhere, and the shops are very reluctant to letting people use their toilet, especially when they're not open yet, and if you're not a paying customer. Bathroom? Okay, so the lift to the bathroom is pretty scary, and it's literally only just fitting me in my wheelchair. But these aren't really public because you have to get a ticket and pay to come in here. Merci beaucoup. And you can tell there are no public bathrooms anywhere. Do you know why? There's an enormous line of people waiting to use the bathrooms. I mean, good luck if you've got a bladder problem and can't hold on. I wonder how many times they have to mop up piss on the floor when people can't wait any longer and they just let go. It's pretty crazy. So if there's a huge line to get to the bathrooms, wouldn't that make you think, oh dear, maybe we need to put in more bathrooms? I just don't get it. Like literally, and when you're walking and wheeling around Paris, it always smells like pee everywhere. And it's because there's nowhere for people to pee. So they just literally just flop it out wherever they can, however they can, and off they go. It's a little bit embarrassing. We're just about to arrive at Museum d'Orangerie. I probably absolutely butchered the name of it.
De l'Orangerie.
It's supposedly a beautiful museum with lots of things and art and culture and paintings and sculptures. There's a huge garden just out the front of it, which is enormous with beautiful trees. But let's go inside and experience some art. I love it. I've just entered the museum, busting to go to the bathroom, and the lift is broken. There's a sign here. Have a look. Where am I going? Okay, where am I going?
She will tell you with
Okay, can you tell her it's an urgency? Whereabouts? How long has the lift been broken for? Left, right? Oh my God. Accessible bathroom is really fancy. It has censored soap dispenser, censored water, and also water will go. And it also has a hand dryer. The funny thing is, if you want to use the toilet and you need toilet paper, it's up here. So if you can't lift your hand very high, good luck accessing dunny paper. So we finally entered into the museum. It was a bit of an ordeal because when I arrived, I needed to go to the bathroom real bad. And it turns out that the lift is broken. It actually looks a little bit like a crime scene. Thankfully, I finally found the accessible bathroom, and I may have peed myself just a little bit. But we're in the gallery now and we're about to explore and check out this beautiful artwork. And look, more nudity. I've just entered this room and it's really, really large. But when you pull the camera away, it's really, really small. One of the Egyptian pyramids. So I have to be very quiet but there's a beautiful painting that wraps around the entire room. The painting has to be like 40 meters long. Everyone wants to get photos of the painting because I think it will look really great on Instagram or even a Tinder profile. Space we were just inside of was called the Water Lilies Room, and it's by Claude Monet. And the Water Lilies Room was designed by Claude Monet as a space for meditation. In order to respect his wishes, he wanted people to shut up. But guess what? No one did. Goodbye, museum in which I can't pronounce your name. You were great.
De l'orangerie.
And just here is the accessible entry. This is the only sign to let you know that this is the wheelchair entry. It's actually hidden next to the entry. When you've got 20 minutes to see an entire museum, you need to move quick. We have just arrived at the Pompidou Museum, which is actually my favourite museum here in France. And there's so much cool modern art, so we're going to explore all levels of the museum. But first of all, I'm going to get some food. It's time for lunch. We've just finished lunch at the restaurant here at the Pompidou, and it is absolutely incredible. There's a seating area where we sat, which has the most amazing view over Paris. You can see the Notre Dame. And inside here, it's got very metal floors, glass walls everywhere, and these awesome silver sculptures that are behind me. And every table has a rose, a freshly cut rose. How cool is that? Behind me is the entrance to the museum. There's a main entrance which is actually at the lower level, so you've got to go downhill in the cobblestones and it's not very accessible. But what a lot of people do not know is on the side of the building, there's a wheelchair access entry. You just go down there and there's actually a doorbell that you ring if you can't see anyone and they'll let you in. The accessible bathrooms are housed within the standard able-bodied bathrooms, and all the doors are pull doors, so they're not automatic. So if you can't open doors, you need help to be able to open the bathroom to get in. So there's plenty of accessible bathrooms around. They're just really tricky to get into, and they're not designed for large wheelchairs. The lifts here are really, really cool. There's 3 lifts, and they're all on the outside of the building. So when you get in, you are in a glass box that goes into a metal cage up and down, so you get to see Paris as you move up and down the building. We're actually starting from level 6 and working our way down through the museum. Here's with me. Let's see. All right, this is where all the fun stuff is. Some really cool sculptures behind me from Simone Boycek. Probably butchered the name of that one as well. And it reminds me of the movie Beetlejuice. Remember the chairs and the sculptures in the house? Real Beetlejuice vibes. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and we want go home.
This exhibition is these big boxes full of leaves. In this room, the sound is so dead. All the art in the museum is fun, modern, cool, and the museum's full of a lot of young people. There's definitely no antique French provincial things, bodies wrapped up in toilet paper, aka mummies. There's no crown jewels. There's just fun, cool art everywhere. I'm on my way to a museum, and it's actually the most visited museum in all of France. Do you know which one it is? It is the Louvre, and it has over 38,000 art pieces in it. It's even got vaults on site that stores the art pieces. Let's go check out the museum, see how accessible it is for people with disabilities, and go and experience some Parisian culture. One thing that Paris does not have much of, it's public bathrooms. I'm in a huge park right now, right in the central part of France, and there are no public bathrooms anywhere. I literally have been wheeling around this park for about 15 minutes now, and I can't find any that are operating. So if you need to pee, I don't know, maybe strap on a leg bag or something. So I'm at Musée Faux d'Objets, which is actually next to the Louvre. As there's no public bathrooms around, I had to pay and get tickets to enter a museum just to use the bathroom. And the hand dryer is up extremely high. Like, you need to be a giant with long arms. It's literally kneeling at the ceiling. As there's no public bathrooms anywhere, the only way you can actually go to the bathroom is to get tickets to a museum. So you have to pay to pee. This is the main crossing to enter the Louvre, and you'll notice the center of it's all fenced off, so you can't even cross properly. So I can fit through in my wheelchair, but if you're in a large power chair or a scooter, you probably won't fit through here. We have arrived at the Louvre. It used to be a palace. In 1793, it was actually turned into a museum. That was after the French Revolution. The pyramid that's behind me was actually built in 1989, so it's actually kind of new. And it was designed to replicate the pyramids of Egypt. It's actually the largest gallery pretty much in the world, and they've got artworks from all over the world, from Egypt to Italy to French arts, and they've even got some Australian stuff. Come on, let's go in. The entrance is amazing. It's just this big glass ceiling all the way around us. There's only one lift to get in and out of the museum, and it's this one here. And so the lift is actually built into the museum floor, and it pushes all the way up to the sky. And this is this little lift for all wheelchair users to come in and out of the museum, which makes me wonder, if the lift breaks, how do people get in and out?
So it's like a treasure hunt.
Okay.
To find the lift.
Well, I like treasure.
So don't hesitate to ask as a staff member for the lift.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Au revoir. When you arrive into the museum, it's good to head to the assistants room. And that room, you can hire a wheelchair if you didn't bring your own. But the good thing about that room as well is I'll give you a map. And on that map, we'll show you where the lifts are and how to get around the museum. Because the museum is literally a maze. And it's important to know where the bathrooms and lifts are. Lifts are huge. You could fit not one wheelchair in here, but like 5 wheelchairs in here. And the lovely lady said that there aren't actually bathrooms on every level. So it's good to know where the bathrooms are, just in case you need to get them quick. She also mentioned that the tickets are free for a wheelchair person. So you can come in here for free for yourself and bring one other carer as well. What a bonus. So we're about to enter the gallery area where the Mona Lisa is. The crowd is literally, I don't know, 20 meters deep. And there's no way you can actually kind of see the painting unless you're at the front. Wow, they've even got screening, black screening on either side. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Oh my God. And you can see there's a huge crowd just behind us. And if you're in a wheelchair, you get to come right to the front of this barrier and literally meters away. It's crazy to have so many people there, and you just wheeled to the exit, and there was a lovely lady, she just said, look, come straight through, went straight to the barrier. And it was sort of weird because you're at this wooden barrier like a pew, and behind you are hundreds and hundreds of people back 20 meters. There was no one saying, hey, hurry up and move on. So you could sit there in your wheelchair park and enjoy it for half an hour if you like. If you're in a wheelchair and you're looking for something to do and you want to come see the gallery, I would recommend it. It's very well set up for people with disabilities. The museum is absolutely enormous, and there's not really a way that you can see the whole museum in one day because it is just so big. And it's really exhausting wheeling around and looking at everything. But it's okay to stop and rest, or even have a little nap. Well, I'll tell you what, the Louvre, what an experience. We've been here for hours and I feel like we've only just scratched the surface. We didn't get to go to the Asiana part because the lift was broken and it's not accessible. But I still feel like it was worth it just to see what we did get to see. I rate the Louvre 4 out of 5 stars for accessibility. It would get 5 stars if it had more accessible bathrooms and a few more lifts. And it is definitely something you should do if you are thinking about coming to Paris. They see me rolling, they're hating. This is one way to get around Paris instead of getting a taxi. Cripple taxi! Cripple taxi! Oh, it's full. In a lot of areas around Paris, the footpath is obstructed by roadworks, blockades and street closures. Just behind me, for instance, the footpath is being cut off, which means you have to wheel on the road. So you have to wheel onto the road, then back onto the footpath again, which can be quite a struggle. Around 20% of each of the crossings do not have curb cuts. So you have to go around and find another place to be able to get onto the footpath. Many of the roads and streets are paved with a little brick. It's like a cobblestone, and it's very, very difficult to wheel over. Some of the streets, including the street that I'm in now, it's very bumpy on my wheelchair and power attachment, but without my power attachment, there's absolutely no way I'd go down this street. Like, the footpaths and the road are just not designed for people with wheelchairs. Let's not mention the bins on the footpaths. Send it! You're probably wondering, are e-bikes and e-scooters a problem in the rest of the world? Well, here in Paris, they're littered everywhere on the road. And look at them, just laying flat everywhere. I promise I didn't kick them over. To summarise how annoying these bikes are in Paris, they're even parked in this wheelchair accessible car space. So we thought the best way to get around Paris for the both of us is for us both to get bikes. I've got my bike attachment on. Rhett's actually hiring a bike. And I'm glad, because he's actually going to hire one that's actually blocking an intersection. One less bike blocking the path of wheelchair users. Paris actually banned e-scooters. So thank the Lord they're not littered everywhere, but the bikes are a big pain. Got to keep fueled up. So I managed to make a reservation for dinner at the #1 tourist attraction in all of Paris. Have you guessed where it is? It's the Eiffel Tower. I had no idea, but there's actually 2 restaurants up there, and I'm heading there now. And there's a lift, and hopefully the lift doesn't break down, because I'm not in the mood for doing 1,000 steps. Come, let's check it out and have dinner overlooking all of Paris. There's a whole checkpoint you need to go through with security, but there's a side entry here which is priority entrance for people with disabilities. So, merci beaucoup. Bonjour. Merci beaucoup.
What's this?
It's my motor. Is this the cavity search? Yes. That was pretty intense. I just went through their security screening, and they check your bags before you enter the area at the base of the Eiffel Tower. Years ago, you could actually just walk and roll under here, but you can't anymore. You need to go for a security checkpoint. And it feels like you're in another world. Now that you've gone through the security, there's beautiful gardens, it's clean, it's tidy. It's not full of people trying to sell you a bottle of water for €1. Oh my God, they got toilets here? This is rare. I didn't know Paris had public bathrooms. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Reservation?
How many you are?
2. This is so cool. I can't believe we're checking into a reservation for a restaurant in a little booth.
under the Eiffel Tower. Crazy.
And this is your menu and reservation. You need to give back at restaurant. They're going to ask you for that, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci, bonne soirée, bonne
So I have my ticket. This here is the ticket to the lift up the Eiffel Tower. And then this one here, it's like a little mini iPad. And it's a little digital reservation for the restaurant. Bonsoir. Oh, there's stairs there, is there?
Don't worry, sir. You go just around.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Merci. It's so good. I got my ticket. Does the lift ever break down?
Yeah, sometimes.
How often does it break down?
Oh, it depends.
If it breaks down, does it mean we have to sleep inside the Eiffel Tower tonight? This is crazy. How cool is it? There's an express wheelchair entry just here. I feel like this is the 5th security checkpoint to get to the Eiffel Tower. There's like 100 people here and they're all waiting to get in the lift to go up.
Avancez le plus loin possible, s'il vous plaît. Keep moving as far as you can.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Dinner up in the Eiffel Tower was absolutely amazing, and the food was just splendid, and the service was unreal, and it's also wheelchair accessible. So where we were sitting, we had to get a little lift. So I had a little chair lift that you jump into that takes you up to the dining area. And to look at the Eiffel Tower and pictures and movies is one thing, but to be able to go up there and dine in it is another thing altogether. Yeah, such a sensational experience. I definitely recommend you go and check out the restaurant. It's very cool. It's my final day here in Paris, and I thought I'd start the day with a bit of a swim. And I found a swimming pool just around the corner from my hotel that, according to Google, is accessible and also open. Let's find out if both of those facts are true. They're all standing around. I'm not sure if it's going to open or not. Reading the reviews, I've never seen a pool that's had worse reviews ever in my life. God, they're heavy. Oh my God. Bonjour.
Bonjour. It's closed. It's open at 10.
10.
10, yeah.
Half an hour. So the swimming pool doesn't open until 10 a.m, which is now another half an hour. So I'm gonna go get a coffee and come back. They wanted me to jump out of my wheelchair and into another wheelchair to be able to access the pool. I was like, nope. But they've allowed me to stay in my own chair. It looks like I have a personal attendant to help me, which is pretty funny. Let's see how this goes. So one thing you need to know about French swimming pools is you always need to have a bathing cap on. And typically they want you to get out of your wheelchair and into a different wheelchair to be able to access the pool. And when you are in your own wheelchair or whatever wheelchair, you have to go through a little wash station which washes your feet and your wheels before you can enter the pool area. Just finished my swim and swam about 1.8 kilometers. And the swimming pool is really busy. Having that pool opens at 10 a.m, everyone here is lining up to get in, and there's only a short opening period, so everyone's in the pool sitting on top of each other. There was like 10 people in my lane, and the pool is very, very dirty and very murky. And I just don't know how people with disabilities can come to the pool here and be expected to transfer out of their chair into a chair that doesn't fit them, that they can't propel independently. It's just bizarre. But I'm so glad I was able to come to this pool today, and they were allowing me to stay in my own chair to the pool's edge. And there's no chair to help you get in and out of the pool, so you just got to climb out. It certainly didn't feel when I arrived here that they knew what to do with a person with disability wanting to use a swimming pool. Okay, so this is the funniest thing ever. I'm actually in the accessible shower, and it is about 1 square meter. And there's the shower here. You're in your wheelchairs. There's no way to get out of it into the shower chair whilst leaving your own wheelchair here. So there's no way to shower without getting your wheelchair wet. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. This is not equipped for people with disabilities. Would I recommend the pool, or really any pool in Paris for people with disabilities? Look, probably not. They're not really inclusive in their design and their setup,
and you need to be a really able, disabled person to be able to use them. I just wonder what people with disabilities that live in Paris do at the swimming pool. I mean, do they even go swimming? And if they do, how? All I can say is, I did it, I swam, I got my exercise in, I feel good, and I'm ready to take on the day. Au revoir and merci beaucoup Paris, you have been amazing. But how does Paris rate for accessibility and getting around with a disability? Well, for accommodation, Paris rates 2 out of 5 stars. Most accommodation in Paris is not accessible and they have very limited accessible rooms. For example, my hotel that promotes itself as accessible has a step to get in through the front door. I can't even barely fit my chair in here. Really beautiful. However, it is definitely not accessible. There's quite a large step to get into the bathroom. I rate footpaths 2 out of 5 stars. In a lot of the areas, the footpaths are pretty good, but in some areas there's cobblestones everywhere and often big chunks of footpath completely missing. Transportation and getting around, I rate Paris 2 out of 5 stars. From previous experiences, the public transport like the trains and the subway are completely inaccessible, as many of the stations do not have lifts. However, I was able to get around in bike lanes with my bike attachment, which made getting around Paris very, very easy. No hands! I rate attractions and things to do in Paris 4 out of 5 stars. It's the Eiffel Tower! I can grab it! Pretty much all the museums and galleries are completely accessible for people with disabilities with accessible bathrooms. And the great thing is they're free to get in. Also, Disneyland Paris is very accessible and very inclusive for people with disabilities. We're off to Disneyland! Woo! I had an absolutely wonderful time at Disney Paris and got to go on about 15 different rides. That was terrifying. I've actually got tears coming down my eyes. For public bathrooms, I rate Paris 0.5 out of 5 stars. If you need to go to a bathroom in Paris, you pretty much got to go to a museum or your own hotel. Finding public bathrooms that are accessible is very difficult, if not impossible. Overall, I rate Paris 3 out of 5 stars for accessibility. Based upon my recent stay here, the city is not equipped to dealing with people with disabilities. That aside, I definitely still suggest that Paris is a great place for a person with a disability to go, but just be prepared that you might find some challenges.
It's not possible for you to visit the museum.
Why?
Because no elevator, nothing.
Oh, it's not accessible for people?
Not actually.
Would I recommend Paris for people with disabilities? Absolutely, but just let it be warned that you may have some challenges and you may struggle to get around with a large power wheelchair. Thank you so much for joining me on my Parisian adventure, and come with me as together we wheel around the world.